Marilyn's here to help us build and sustain a healthy diet, which begins with the foods you keep on hand. So you've rounded up your must-haves for the fridge and the pantry, right, Bear?
They're all right here. Basically, this is my healthy eating principles. This is Marilyn on a table.
I love it. So cool that we're going to be building this from the ground up. So where do we begin, my friend?
So fruits and vegetables are pretty much like your pillar. So we're going to start with the leafy greens. Now that's, kale, collards, arugula, spinach. They all have vitamin K, which is really good for bone health, and they're really good for heart health too. And then we go to mushrooms, and mushrooms are going to support your immune system. They can be any kind of mushroom. Then we go to onions and garlic, and my big tip with garlic is always to make sure that it's cut up and chopped up and let it oxidize for about 5 minutes, because it's going to support your immune system too. And when it oxidizes, it's actually better. Then we go to those cruciferous vegetables, which is broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and my favorite BS vegetable, Brussels sprouts. And they're going to help reduce your chances of developing cancer. And then we're going to go to our beta carotene rich ones, which is my science talk for it's a precursor of vitamin A, which can help reduce your chance of developing certain cancers, and that's the squash, sweet potatoes, and carrots. And then we get to the berries, and all fruits and vegetables have antioxidants, and antioxidants help to neutralize free radicals, which is not a band from the 90s. It's the bad guys, and it's going to actually accelerate aging. And berries are really rich in them, so I like to do local. The strawberries are local. They're grown in a greenhouse, or if not, then you can go with frozen, and I've got some frozen wild blueberries.
Ooh, you're so healthy. Okay, another age-related issue is brain health, and you say we need those healthy fats.
Right, so your brain is my second favorite organ, and we want to have fats to maintain the way it works, right? So as far as eating is concerned, fatty fish like salmon and sardines or mackerel have omega-3 fatty acids in them, which is really good for brain health. I don't like mackerel, so I don't have it in my pantry, but I thought I'd tell people because a lot of people like it. I'm just not one of them. Avocado, great heart healthy fat and a brain health fat. And then we have extra virgin olive oil and canola oil. The big tip for extra virgin olive oil is to always look for IGP or DOP on the label, and that's a certification of authenticity. Authenticity. What the heck?
Authenticity.
Thank you.
Anytime. Now, okay, we've talked about, it's the Marilyn snort. I've missed it so much. We've talked about fermented foods for your gut health. So tell us a little bit more about what you're talking about.
So your gut is not just the place where things go to die. Your gut is basically supporting your immune system. And oh gosh, I'm snorting my head off now. Anyway, so you want to give it fermented foods to have a party, okay? Because you want to have a party down there. And one of the party foods is yogurt. There's buttermilk. There's sauerkraut, miso paste, which is like in an Asian soup. There's also something called tempeh, which is fermented soybean. And then one of my favorites is to use apple cider vinegar. But you always want to make sure that that brown stuff is in the bottom. That means that it was naturally fermented. That's called the mother. Oh. So those are the ones that are going to make your gut happy too.
Oh, you want the mother in there. Okay. Now we're going to talk about heart health next. What have you got for us? So my heart is my favorite organ. It should be everybody's. We really need to take really good care of it. Everyone always asks me, what do you throw up in the air when you're on Cityline? It's flaxseed. So flaxseed whole is... It's called a laxative, so you don't want to be eating it whole. You want to grind it up. So ground flaxseed, wonderful omega-3 fatty acids, really good for your heart and your brain. Any kind of nut, so I've got walnuts and almonds, but whatever nut that you want, just eat them on a regular basis. And then the other two that are really important are whole grains that have beta-glucans in them, and that's just a nice fancy word for soluble fiber. It's a kind of a soluble fiber, so we want to have pot barley or pearl barley and any kind of oats. Okay, so have you hit fiber yet? That was the heart, but you had some fiber in there, and we all know you are like peace, love, and fiber. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
And I am...
The queen.
I'm the queen of fiber, honey. Hello. Yes, well, you know what? Pretty much everything in here has fiber except for the salmon and the drinks, but... Pulses, which is a lovely fancy word for beans and split peas and lentils and chickpeas, they really are a cornerstone, and we really need to be eating them more often. You can either buy them canned, or I buy them dried and cook them in my pressure cooker. It's way quick, and it's actually less expensive too. So they are not only going to give you fiber, but they keep your blood sugars from going neat, which makes you kind of like, you know, anxious and a little bit crazed. So if we all ate more pulses, we'd all be a little bit more even.
Okay, so that's the issue. That's what I need more of. Like, I need to just chill right out. Authentically Marilyn. We love you, Mare. Thank you. Great tip.